Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Saturday Vibe edition. So, the Indiana Fever closed out the final preseason game against the Atlanta Dream, which was a little sluggish game. Little bit turnovers in early on, but they managed to pull away to close out their preseason game, 3-0. And the Fever did beat them 81-76 behind Lexi Hall, who had a huge fourth quarter in that game. But there was some concerns in that game because in the third quarter, Sophie Cunningham went down with an ankle injury. Now, she stepped on Ryan Howard's foot. Um, Still don't know the severity of it, but I'm going to show you the play real quick.
Needing help off the floor from her teammates.
You can see on the rebound, she came down on Ryan's foot and looks like.
So right there, but she was helped off the court with her teammates and everything. And the way she jumped kind of awkward and kind of like, her legs went back, whatever the case might be. But nevertheless, there was no update of it until after the game that Stephanie White provided intel. But Scott Angus and Chloe Peterson had also provided updates as well. And here they go. For first from Scott, he said Sophie Cunningham left the preseason finale in the third quarter with a right ankle injury. Stephanie White said post-game that Sophie told her, "I will be fine," while in the cold tub. That's a positive 1 week from opening day. Then Chloe Peterson said that Stephanie White on Sophie Cunningham. She keeps saying, "I'll be fine," so I trust her. Added, she was getting into the cold tub when they came back to the locker room after the game. So now, for anybody that shows concern about the team doctors and all of that stuff, she was getting treatment, and that's the best way to go ahead to ice down an ankle injury. Now, it don't look severe, because she was able to get out on her own merit, and was helped off the court. But this is the type of things that we don't need right now going into the season with a lot of players that's getting injured as well. Sophie Cunningham is a key contributor to the team, and she did get the starting nod in this game because Stephanie White wanted to experiment to shake up some things, and she got to start over to Warner Barner. Now, again, you're going to see different lineups like this all season. It's not going to be a set lineup week to week to week where teams can get the grass on you. Or this day starting lineup, this day starting lineup. No, they're going to be throwing different lineups at you. You might not see Natasha Howard start something. Heck, you might not even see AB start. Who knows? But Stephanie White has a plan, and she's going to stick to it. Now, as far for Sophie Cunningham, I think day by day rest and treatment is going to help her get ready for next weekend's game. Now, they do have time. They are playing at home. They're not on the road, so that's a great thing for them. They are able to, you know, she are able to get treatment. She are able to relax. She are able to really nurse that injury. Now, if it's a lower ankle sprain, she should be fine day to day. But if she's available Saturday, I don't see her starting. I see her come off the bench. Depends on how well. And that's, we done had a lot of injury reports all through the last couple of weeks. Caitlin with her hamstring. So Dantas now has a lower leg injury. You don't know how well she's going to be or how ready she's going to be next week as well. Um, so that's another piece to the puzzle. And then roster cuts is cut down to 15. I mean, down to 11, 12, and they have to do that by the 15th. So that's only 4 days, well, 5 days away. So, but I do believe Sophie Cunningham will be fine. I think she knows how to rehab. She knows how to get her body ready and everything. And hopefully we'll see her in practice probably Tuesday or Wednesday, if that's the case. And if she comes back Tuesday or Wednesday, then most likely she will be playing in the game on Saturday. Now, again, the Indiana Fever do not need anything that's going to derail them right now. With injury status. We got, like I said, we have Kelsey Mitchell dealing with a fractured knuckle finger, but she's playing through it. She have not shown any signs of anything like that. So that's great. Plus, she also, like I said, Caitlin, she came out today, almost got a triple double in the game. In the game, that's crazy. You know, she had how many points she had in that game? Box scores. Kate had she had 13, 6, and 7. She almost had a triple double in this game. And these going to be kind of games that Caitlin Clark is going to have sometime because Lexi Hall exploded in the second half down the stretch, and she was 6 from 12 from the field. She had 4 assists, 5 rebounds, and 14 points. That's good for her. Um, Breonna Turner, she had 4 assists, 8 rebounds in that game as well. Um, the next highest person in points was Kelsey Mitchell with 12. So you look at it from that standpoint. It's balanced. They had 32 points off the bench. So, and that's kind of good because if your starters are struggling, the ones off the bench got to play well. Now, I don't know who's going to, I do believe Malika, Michaela Tipsons will make the team, but it's going to be hard to see what Jalen Brown has. Now, Robert Lindell off of X, he said that Breonna Turner had struggled a little bit in this game. I don't see where she struggled because she had 8 boards and she had 4 assists. So I don't know what the struggling he's seeing her at. Now, I don't know who they're gonna cut. To be honest, I mean Jalen Brown looks like the obvious choice right here to be cut. So I don't know. To be honest with you, Bree Turner could be cut. I mean, she could be cut. Who knows? But we have to see how this week gonna play out because if Breonna Turner cuts, then that's a salary cap that you could bring. You could bring Yvonne Ejim back. No, you can't. Cause yeah, you can because you'll have you got 11 on your roster. You will need 2 spots, so you could bring Bree and Yvonne Ejim back on this team. That I mean, with one salary cap. So that's a lot. You have to think about. You have to think about. You know. So we'll see. But anyway, hopefully Sophie Cunningham gets better, gets the treatment that she needs. Hope she be ready to roll. If anything comes out, I will bring it to you. Um, enjoy the live stream today with my guys that support the channel. Game was, like I said, the game was kind of like all over the place a little bit, jacking up shots. Nobody was really, to me, I felt like nobody was really taking it serious. But Stephanie White put in her people and allowed them to do what they did best. So, but again, catch me on live on the 17th, the Chicago Sky, and catch me on the 20th against the Atlanta Dream. Hopefully, I will make it down to Atlanta for the 22nd when they play the Dream again. But until then, enjoy your Saturday, Live Watch Sports Media, your Saturday 5 edition. Until then, you know what it is.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.